Oh, where is that Dodster? It is freezing out here.
Watch out.
What are you doing on those? Are they your summer tyres?
No, these are my mixed terrain tyres.
But I was up all night putting my mud tyres on.
But we're riding mixed terrain.
And it's winter.
Winter tyres are a lie.
We'll see about that.
Right, nice easy roller to get going.
Easy?
Yeah, nice and easy, eh? Now the tyre I'm running today is called the Agaro. Now this is a trail tyre and it's designed specifically for mixed conditions. Now it sits somewhere in the range above their cross-country tyre, which is called the Barzo, and below the tyre that Anna's using, which is called the Motor. Now when you look at the tread design on this, it's got quite a low stack height, the knobbles are quite close together. What that means when you're climbing is it rolls really quite quickly. None of that energy sapping momentum loss that she's suffering on those big old grippy things.
I know what you're thinking. I'm going to play the weight card here, but I'm not. Actually, I'm running the Vittoria motors here. This is the mud tyre from Vittoria, and I'm running 29 up front, 27.5 at back, same as Doddy. I'm running 2.35 widths. Now, in this setup, the motors are only 150 grams heavier than the Agara that he's running. Now, 150 grams, if you don't know, is about 150 millilitres of water. That's nothing. That's not going to slow you up on a fire road climb. What slows you up is all of these little spikes and these ridges that I'm hitting constantly. Tiny, tiny bits of resistance the whole way up the climb. That's what slows you down. That's the difference between a mud tyre and a mixed terrain tyre. But you know what? I think I'm going to be laughing on the way down. Let's see, shall we?
So, what do you reckon of how much quicker these were on the all-terrain climb?
There weren't much mud on that fire road, was there?
No, but they actually flew along.
Yeah, to be fair, they were pretty draggy, but I feel like I might have the edge here.
Well, we'll
See
see
you
about
later.
that, won't we?
Come on then.
Ah!
Coming. Kind of had the edge a little bit there. Now, you see I've got quite a spiky tread pattern in these mud tyres, and what that does is almost acts like fingers climbing a wall, grabbing on all of the roots and the imperfections in a trail and just hoisting me up. And also these spikes have quite a progressive taper, and that progression allows you to sort of roll over stuff a lot easier, so it's not just a sharp edge. I'll catch him up pretty easily. And also these spikes, because they're quite tall, they will feel quite soft and rubbery and pliable, and that is really grippy when it comes to tech like this. I'll get him, no problem.
Okay, right, let's talk about these tyres then, because they're very different to Anna's tyres. Now, they've both got sipes on them.
Not so fast now, are we though? Hey.
Right, they've both got sipes on them that you can see on the sidewalls here. But on her tyres, the knobs are so much bigger that it makes a bigger difference. So it makes them stiff in one way and flex in another. It doesn't make too much difference on this stuff here. But there is a little secret weapon with these. Now, on most tyres like this that have got a low profile design, the benefit is they roll really quick. But these ones actually have like a step on that leading edge. So feels like a ramp when you go nice and quick uphill, but it actually gives you that little bit of edge. And as long as you can manage your pedalling, if you try and stamp on the pedals like Anna's able to do and get through the stuff, you're gonna wheel spin. But if you can just spin nice cadence, you've got plenty of grip on these. Actually, surprising amount, I think. It makes it a great mixed condition tyre.
How's that then, Duds?
I'll tell you what, there is a noticeable difference going up there. What I noticed is I could get up everything, but I've definitely got to pay a lot more attention to my lines, where it looked to me that you were just like, it doesn't matter, I'm going.
Nah, straight lined everything. I didn't even think. There's a lot of swearing coming from behind me though.
It reminds me of the old days, like there wasn't any such thing as a good tyre. You just had to deal with it. But yeah, it's day and night between them.
Well, what do you fancy next then?
Well, given that's quite a specific tyre, this is a mixed terrain tyre. I'm going to take you to something that's very mixed in terms of terrain.
All right.
A bit quicker, and I reckon this might have a bit more of an advantage.
Well, we'll find out.
Okay, all right, this will do us. Let's have a little stop here before we drop in. So what I had in mind was, I like my rides to be pretty varied. Like a bit of tech, a bit of flow, a bit of mud, a bit of firm, like literally a bit of everything. So this trail here, basically it's a flow trail. Loads of berms, loads of jumps, all that sort of stuff.
No mud then?
Not really much mud. It's gonna be wet, but it'll be good.
Oh dear.
Nice firm surface.
Go on then.
Not too much support on those turns. How'd your mud tyres hook up through there then?
Oh yeah, they're a bit draggy. And also, like, I felt like I was sliding in every corner, whether it's because the spikes were deforming.
Oh, actually sliding on the tyre.
Yeah, or whether it's just less contact patch. I actually felt a bit sketchy on that.
These things are the dream.
Really?
Low stacks, so yeah, just feel predictable. Feel great.
Should we actually do some proper winter riding then and see how they do?
All right, that's good. Yeah. I'll tell you what, I'm going to give myself a fighting chance, because even on that basic stuff through there, it's not so much there's less grip, I can't even slow down, so they're just scratching on the ground. So I'm going to go old school and just let out a bit of air pressure. It's a fighting way of giving yourself some traction if you've got tyres that are kind of not quite cutting it. Oh my god.
Oh, wow.
I literally had zero control of where I was going through there.
Yeah, there's certain trails that even a mud tyre won't work on, but at least it could afford me some line choice. And look at the clearing on it as well.
Yeah, that's
basically clean.
Yeah, to be fair, like my tyres were completely bogged up through there, and it was only letting my tyre pressure down, I think, that kept me right upside down.
Yeah, for
through
sure.
There. But I was all over the place. I couldn't pick a line. I basically just had to survive.
That is the benefit of mud tyres, even when it's not that muddy. But you know what? You were still quick in all of the directions.
Now, it's important to say, although winter for us means moisture and loads of mud, it's very different depending on where you're riding. It could mean snow and ice, or it could mean, if you're lucky enough, nice dusty sunny conditions.
So I guess what we're saying is there's no such thing as a winter tyre. There's just the right tool for the right job. Depends what you're riding. My mud tyre was brilliant in the mud. It clears, it was braking really well, it had great grip in the technical climbs, but actually it was a bit draggy on the fast rolling stuff and the fire roads.
But don't go out and buy new tyres just off the account of, oh, I'm riding in mud this weekend. Don't forget that whatever you're running is your standard tyres, just like I was running today. You can get the most of them in most conditions if you're happy to accept that you can be a bit out of control here and there. Play with your tyre pressure, it works great. I had a great ride on these tyres today. But there is one other thing you could consider, and that is to stick with your existing tyres and just get one extra tyre, something like what Anna's running on the front, as a winter option for a bit more control on the front end. You kind of get the best of both worlds.
Hey, let us know down in the comments below. What do? Do you change up your tyres for winter? Why do you do that? Or do you just change the front tyre? We want to know what you're running down in the comments below, and we'll see you again next time.
Thanks for watching.